Asset of stock. Asset of stock. Good day, viewer. Welcome once again to Web Educate. Today we are focusing on asset of stock also. We have been covering asset of stock for about 3 or 4 of our previous video. We cover one on the principle of asset of stock. Then we cover one on about 2. Then later we cover one on the movement of stock, which involve what are the causes of what? Of a movement in stock. It is either sales and then return outward, and the purchases and return inward, if I'm not mistaken. Then the last video before today we cover purchases, that is purchases of stock on credit or on card basis. Before I start on assets of stock, I usually give the various account that's concerned under asset of stock. Today we are on sales of stock. Sales of stock. We are going to cover both on cash and on credit basis. We are covering what are presenting first the various accounts under assets of stock. 2. The classification of various assets of various accounts under assets of stock. 3. We're also covering the illustration. And that is into sales of stock on cash basis. 2. Sales of stock on credit basis. So number one, various accounts under asset of stock. Various accounts under asset of stock. Various accounts under asset of stock. Various accounts under asset of stock, and that is asset of stock under sales of stock. That is sales account. 2. Returns inward account. 3. Carriage outward account. And 4, that is a cash account. If it is cash payment, and 5, bank account, bank account. That is under this payment, payment by check. Then six, if it's not cash payment, it involves customers or debtors. Account. These are the various accounts under sales of stock. Under sales of stock. Under sales of stock. Under asset of stock. So now I go to the subclassification according to sales of stock on cash based on sales of stock on credit basis. So sales of stock, the various accounts involved are sales account, return inwards account, carriage outwards account, cash account, this is cash payment, bank account, this is payment by check, and customers or debtors account or receivables account. So I rub it up now. To present the subclassification. The subclassification into sales and the cash basis. Then we first of all have the sales of stock on cash basis. One, you have a sales account. Two, sales account, you have a returns inwards account. You have a three, carriage, because of sales, they carry it out. Carriage outwards account. Then if it is cash payment, you have cash account. If payment is made by check, you have a bank account. These are the 5 accounts involved under sales of stock on cash basis. This is A. This is my A. B, sales of stock on credit basis. You have a 1, sales account. You have 2, returns inwards account. 3, carriage outwards account. And 4, the difference is this is the cash basis. You have a cash and bank, but here since on credit basis you have our customers or debtors account. These are the subclassification. A, sales of stock on cash basis. B, sales of stock on credit basis. It is the 6 account that I give that I subclassified into 2 sections like this. So if it is on cash basis, you have sales account, return inward account, carriage outwards account, cash account, bank account. Then sales of stock on credit basis. You have sales account, return inwards account, carriage outward account, customers or debtors account. One thing that you must know here that no textbook that will give you this, just to give value, for you to have, to grab the understanding of financial accounting. That's why I'm giving this under assets, for you to know that there's something called asset of stock. And I said it that under asset of stock, where do you find asset of stock? In the financial statement. You find it under balance sheet in current asset. Under current asset. What if I have under current asset? Under current asset and the current liability. Under current asset, you have inventory, which is what? Which is a stock. You have a receivable, which is the debtors, our customers. You have cash account. You have a bank account. You have a, so these are the assets of stock. Then when you go to current liability, you have it under there, under it. That is the creditors or payables. That's what give us, that what give rise to purchases. That's what give rise to purchases. All these one are under current assets. Under current assets. So I go further to the next. I said what we are covering today is 1, first accounts under asset of stock. Then 2, subclassification of what? Of account under asset of stock. Then the last part is what is illustration. Illustration based on cash basis and the credit basis. Credit basis and the cash basis. If you have been receiving value all along, do subscribe to our channel by pressing that red button, and that shows that you are supporting our channel. You want us to provide more, to produce more of this in the future. And as you do so, God bless you. And as you also do so, YouTube continue to notify you whenever more of this is provided in the future, so that you can get the value and share it to your friends, your student friends, to understand what we are teaching here is not only for the students. Whoever wants to get knowledge of financial accounting, if you are following us as you have started, honestly, you don't have problem in financial accounting and other courses that are related to what accounting courses, other subjects. So illustration. Illustration, you have on the 11th, illustration on cash basis. On the 11th June 2022, sold goods, or let's just say goods costing 100, this Nigerian naira sign, 180,000 naira were sold cash being received immediately. Cash being received immediately. So on the 11th June 2022, goods costing 180,000 naira were sold, cash being received immediately. So what are the accounting entry involved here? Before I go to the accounting entry involved, let me give, there are twofold events here. And that twofold event is that, firstly, on the account. 1, what are the accounts involved here? Sold good, that is sales account, and cash being collected, that is cash account. We are going to debit what? Cash account. So what happened here? On the cash account, what happened? The asset of cash has increased because cash coming. And what is cash? That is an asset. Assets of cash is increased. Is increased. Is increased. Then when asset of cash has increased, then what do you do? That means we what? We debit cash. We debit what? Cash. We debit cash with what amount? We debit cash with what amount? Let me just 108,000 naira. And what's corresponding entry? That is sales account. Sales account. Let me just cover it up like this. Then what next? 2 sales accounts. Sales account. That is the asset of stock of sales. Asset account. Since it says it's reduced. Asset account reduced. That is the twofold effect. Asset of cash is increased. The asset account, that's asset of stock. Because what gives rise to sales? That is stock, asset of stock. That's why I call it what? That asset of stock, that we say that they are what? Sales, purchases, return inward, return outward, carriage outward, carriage inward, cash account, bank account, all those what? Then customer account, all those what are asset of stock. And the account, what happened? This is the effect. 1, asset of cash is increased. That is why we debit. The asset account of a sales do what? Reduce. And when assets reduce, then what do? You credit. And that's why you have what? Sales. That's why you have what? Sales here. What's the corresponding entry of this? Sales, asset of stock of sales reduced. And that is 180,000 naira. That is what? What's corresponding entry? That is the cash account. Cash account. You see, twofold effect. Asset of cash increased. The asset of account, asset of stock account reduced. When asset reduces, what do? You credit. Sales. What gives rise to sales is what is stock. So our stock reduced. What is stock? Asset reduced. So you credit. When asset increase, what do? You debit. Do you see? So we go to the second part of it. Second part of that is illustration on credit basis. On credit basis. On credit basis. On credit basis. You subscribe to our channel if you have been enjoying some values here by pressing that red button so that it will be able to notify you, and by doing so you are supporting us to provide more of this in the future. And I want to thank and appreciate our subscribers. We have been seeing upward movement in the view. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for the view. God bless you as you do so. And God continues to support you in all your endeavors. God bless you. Now, illustration on sales of stock on credit basis. On credit basis. Illustration. 5th October. 5th October 2022. Sold goods on credit for 130,000 naira. This is Nigeria currency. to K John. To K John. Like I said in the first video, there are two fold effects. And what is the first fold effect? One, the account to be debited. What account to be debited? Our customers. Our customer is because it's the receiver. K John account, that's our what? Our account. Our debtors account as what? As, and what is debtor? That is asset. Because this will give rise to what? To give rise to what? To debtor. You have K John account. No. There are twofold effects. One, what is it? Customers, or let's say debtors account increase. Our asset of debtor, asset of debtors is increased. Who are our debtors? Is K John, because he has not paid us. Then the account is what? K John account. And what do you do here? This is K John account. What do? You come here and debit K John with what? Because let us know that it is 0 before, but it has increased to what? That's the meaning of what? Of increased. To what? To 130. What's corresponding entry? That is a sales account. Do you see? This is the first. There are twofold effects. There are twofold effects. Column 1. Asset of debtors is increased. And what's our debtor? K John is our debtor. So the asset of stock of debtor as what has increased. That's what we say. Our customers, when I was given the various account concern. Then what is the second fold effect? That is the sales account reduced. Our asset of stock, asset of stock account reduced, and that is what? And that is what is that? That is sales as what? Has reduced, because from the stock we sell out, so it has reduced our stock. That is that. So when assets reduce, what do? You credit. When assets increase, what do? You debit. So asset of stock has reduced. That is the asset of stock what? Reduce. Let's just say yes now. Asset of stock account reduce. That is what? What's the account? That is sales. So and when asset reduce, and what do? Asset, what do? And what do? You credit. That is sales. Sales account. And what do? You come here when it reduces. What do? Because sales what is stock. That's the is when you asset of stock and we say sales, say purchases. It is not just ordinary sales or ordinary. That's the special meaning of what? Of purchases, and the special meaning of what? Of sales. Because what gives rise to purchases? It is stock. What gives rise to sales? It is stock. So I call it asset of stock. And both of them give rise to what? Return inward, return outward, carriage inward, carriage outward, cash, bank, customers, account. I think that makes sense. Okay. You come here, the corresponding entry of this is what? And corresponding of this is what? Is K John. K John account. And that is that. You have receiving value all along. you have been enjoying the course, do give us a thumb up that you like our presentation, that you want us to produce more of this in the future. Therefore, go and hit that red button. And by doing that, YouTube will be able to notify you when you produce more of this in the future. And by doing that, you are supporting us. And I pray for you this day that God continue to support you this day and beyond. Because you are giving us the encouragement to provide more of this in the future. We are helping our channel to reach out to more and more people all over the world. God bless you. Share the link. Share the video among your friend students. And like I've said, this course is not meant for only students alone. Because we are dedicated to give value for you to understand, even if you don't understand accounts. If you have been following us all along and you have been watching the video, you get to know what is called financial accounting, because you start from the basis, from the fundamental, from the principle that underline financial accounting. So once again, don't forget to hit that red button. As you do so, God bless you. See you in the next video.